Hello, my gorgeous makeup loving friends. I know. Well, you saw the thumbnail, so you know this happened. Yeah, I just decided that I would film this because you guys wanted a pink and gems look for releases and rants this week. So I was like, right, if I'm going to do this to my face, you guys are going to have to watch at least part of it. Now, you don't get to see me put on the face gems because frankly, that it's probably as well because there was a lot of swearing and a lot of me just having a slight emotional breakdown. But I do put the gems on this side of like my eye. I used the BPerfect Carnival 3 palette along with a K Rose B Pigment in the shade Casti, C-A-S-T-I. And oh yes, I also used this. It's the LA Splash glitter liner in Doxy. So if you want to see me putting this eye look together, I don't do the face because let's face it, it's boring. There you go. But yeah, if you're interested, then this is the video for you. Do please keep on watching. I generally feel reluctant to do tutorials because, let's be real, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go on this together. My lovely friend Cheryl sent this on to me and I figured that I will use this today. Going to be extra, it's going to be a whole thing. Or maybe it isn't, I don't know, you've seen the intro. This is from Arttitude Cosmetics and I figured it'll be good for this whole pink and gems challenge, which I'm like, what are you doing to me, guys? And it does mean I get to try this again. So yeah, I have a load of brushes in front of me that quite frankly I really should have cleaned, but I didn't. So sue me. I'm lazy. Well, no, I'm not lazy. I can't say that. I'm a hard-working woman. I do lots of things. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm just taking this Madison brush. It's like an M9. And as per usual, don't know what I'm doing. Everything's going to be fine. I am going into, who am I? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into Black Beach. Yeah. Anyways, will we do a chatty thing? I mean, we might as well. Okay, so as some of you may know, I'm sort of seeing somebody, like it's not confirmed, like it's not like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, but I swear to God, it's like people sense there's like blood in the water. No, I won't get onto that, sorry. What I will do is I'm going to talk about how I had signed up for Intro, which was like a matchmaking service. So I contacted them the other day and I just said, look, actually I don't really want to use your service anymore. And I was like, how can I do this without like pissing them off? Because I don't, you know, like I don't want to annoy people. Probably shouldn't have sworn. How on earth have I gotten monetized? This probably won't get monetized. Oh well. Anyways, I'm just gonna stamp this on with absolutely zero precision. Don't know what I'm doing. I did obviously put concealer down because that's how you anger Robert Welsh, and he comes to your house and then he fixes your face. Complete tangent. Anyways, we'll get there eventually. But I contacted them just to say like, hey, so my mental health isn't the greatest. Let's be real, it usually isn't. So like no major lie there. And I just said, look, you know, I don't think I'm really in the place to date, so I'd appreciate if I could have my money back. And for general context, BT dubs, Ireland has now been put into like what they're calling a level 3 for the whole Rona thing. So they're basically like, you can't do the fun things anymore. And we're like, we were barely doing the fun things as it was, thanks. So like restaurants and stuff are closed and you can't go to cinema. So it's like, well, you couldn't date anyways, even if you wanted to, which, you know, fair enough, to each their own. But they were like, oh yeah, but we'll put your membership on pause. And I was like, that is not what I asked for. I asked for my money back. And of course you'd have to put it on pause because we can't actually do anything. You'd hardly expect that I would have paid X amount, like a ridiculous amount of money, a stupid amount of money. Like I need someone to take care of me. I have the Jessup JE05, it's the round eyeshadow, and I think it's not a very pink palette, it's more a purpley palette. Who knows what it is that I'm doing? Not me. And I'm going to go into lilac. Lilac you a lot. Look, if you're judging me, just know that I judge myself even more. And I'm just gonna smack that on top. But yeah, I was just like, sorry, a bit confused here. Like, of course, like you would have to pause it because you couldn't exactly just take my money and be like, oh yeah, so as time ran out. Look at the pandemic, like, you know. Well, I was just sitting there like reading this email back from them where they hadn't actually addressed any of the things, and I thought it was super dodgy that they had sent me out stuff to sign about 4 weeks ago, and I never sent it back because, like, I never signed it and sent it back because I was like, having some doubts and kind of like essentially being like, maybe this, Teresa, is not the best idea. Maybe you might have made a rash decision, which is so unlike you. You've never done anything like that before. I shouldn't be allowed to make major decisions. But I decided not to like mail it back, which, like, if I had a client, and I often do, like, have clients as like a behavioral psychologist, and if I had sent something out for them to sign and I hadn't heard anything from them and they hadn't sent it back, I would have contacted them and it would have been like, are you okay? So part of me like waited to just see, and I waited about 4 weeks and I never heard anything, and I'm like, that is not good. Like, and don't get me wrong, you know, they could assume like the postal service isn't great, and it's actually, postal service is not bad here, but like, that did not please me. So that also kind of gave me an ish feeling of like, God, should you not care more about, you know, the people that you're meant to be providing a service for? So that gave me such an ish feeling. And anyways, they just kind of messaged back and were like, yeah, we'll pause your thing. And I was like, that is not what I asked for. I asked to get my money back, or like, I know I won't get it all back, but at least some of it, because, you know, we're heading into the winter and I want to buy oil. And that isn't a euphemism, like that's the way I heat my house. Like, I'm not suddenly like an American politician invading other countries. That would be very political very quickly. Or is it more of a social commentary? Who really knows? I don't. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that, and I'm just like, what on earth is happening? So in terms of, I am seeing somebody, like, we're not like he said he's not seeing anyone else, I'm not seeing anyone else, but we haven't like used like labels, but we talk to each other a lot, and he's very sweet, and yeah, just wanna smooch his face. Which is such a weird thing to say. Oh well. Let's hope he isn't watching this. He does watch some of my things, but he's very busy, so hopefully not. If you are watching, stop watching. This is not for you. But it's like people sense when you're quite happy and you're with somebody else, because I had somebody who, I mean, we went out very, and I mean very briefly, like 5 or 6 years ago, and he just messaged me out of the blue. I was like, hi, Teresa. So I was like, firstly, you're spelling my name wrong, and that annoys me. And what annoys me more is it's on WhatsApp, so like my name is spelled correctly there. Like, just like look at what you're doing. Like, it's so stupid. But he was like, hi, Teresa, your profile picture looks really nice. And I'm like, yeah, it does. I look good. I'm using the Jessup 221 Look Soft Crease, and I'm going into which shade? Pearl. Because, you know, why not? So I was like, what the hell is this about? And I was like, so I decided I'd message back and just be ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, you clearly do miss me, but you just, you still don't even know how to spell my name, even though there's a prompt there on WhatsApp to say how my name is spelt. I was feeling sassy. It happens every so often. Anyone who knows me knows this about me. I'm just going to kind of do a little bit more here. there, just to kind of soften it. Oh, I'm actually quite liking the way that this looks. And I'm also going to do a bit of a cut crease in a little bit. I'll do that off camera because you do not need to see that. I'm back and the brows are not filled, but I did a cut crease. Next thing I'm going to do is I have this lovely K Rose B Pigment, and it is called Casti, C-A-S-T-I. Not that I have an STI, but you know, there you go. And I have just mixed it with some Mulhern, which is like a liquid, a mixing medium sort of thing. And yeah, I'm just going to use that on my lids for a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just have this Suva liner brush, and oh my god, like I can't do this with any sort of accuracy or precision, which is why you're going to see me coming back in later, trying to clean all of this up. I could probably actually do with a little bit more pigment in this rather than, I probably have it too liquidy. Oh well, is it an exact science? Yeah, it probably is, and I've effed it up. Oh well, could be worse. Yeah, I'll put in a little bit more pigment. Look, we're all in this together. I don't use pigments that often, but I'm trying to like use them a little bit more because I have quite a few. And I'm like, don't get makeup and not use it. That's just silly, Teresa. And you do that far too much because you have a problem. Yes, I do. I do have a problem. And the worst thing is I have like a mixing palette here in front of me that I could be using, but I'm like, it's too pretty. Because they're the ones that Romy sent me on. So, you know, from Romy from Titmouse. There we go. Oh yeah, that's better. Less watery. So I'm just kind of, I will clean all of this up again because I will be doing another cut crease because I'm an idiot. Yeah, anyways, so this guy messaged me and was all like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about you. Which is like, okay, right. Clearly not, because you can't even spell my name. And I pointed that out, and he was like, yeah, I really should be able to spell your name because I've been reading your work. What? Yeah, he was like, oh, I've been reading like the papers that you've published. So if you don't know, I am a psychologist and an academic, and I have written, at this point, 14 peer-reviewed papers and a book chapter. So I was like, what, do you want me to like thank you for reading the stuff that I've worked on? Like, I'm a smart woman. Like, what of it? Like, it was very weird. Anyways, I just said something along the lines of like, God, didn't think that'd be your thing at all, because like he's not even in the field of psychology. So I was like, why would you be reading my stuff? Like, it's so, like, he totally wasn't. He's just trying to be like, look at me. Like, that's good. You can read. I would hope so. You're in your 30s. Otherwise, I'm just very sassy today. What is happening with me? I put in a bit more pigment because, well, I can. I can do what I want. So I'm just putting that there. Yeah, it's very weird. And then, in addition to that, I'm just going to put more of this here because I can. I can do what I like within reason, as long as it is not killing other people, because that's just for the Purge or Hunger Games or Battle Royale. I don't know, I'm in a weird mood. And anyways, this other guy who I had been seeing before lockdown, and then kind of during lockdown, and then he just suddenly vanished. And I was like, okay, what happened to you? And I even messaged him and was like, you can't just ghost somebody. It's actually really, really rude, and it's really, really damaging. And like, he has kids, and I was like, I hope, you know, you understand that this is the sort of behavior you're letting go out there, and, you know, one day this could happen to one of your kids. And I was like, it's totally inappropriate. This is not a way to socialize with people. And of course, he never responded, and I didn't expect him to, because, you know, you get called out for SHITTY behavior. People really don't like to be pointed out that they've done something wrong. You know, it's all about preserving the ego. There's a lot of stuff around that, and I didn't expect him to. But then last night, he just messaged me and was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, he started off being like, oh, hey, you know, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in such a long time. I didn't intentionally mean to ghost you. And I'm like, but you did, though. You did like, I don't think you understand what the word intentionally means, because I sent you messages, you did not respond, you chose to ignore them. That is a choice. That is doing something with intent. Don't pretend to me that that was not the case. Like, I'm a big girl. I know what's going on. And he just said, oh, I had a lot of SHIT going on. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, we all do. Like, we're all adults. We all have stuff going on. But you still be a grown-up and you talk to people. And he was like, oh, is there anything I can do to make it up to you? I'm like, oh, sweetie, you think I still care? That's nice. So I just messaged him back and was like, I'm actually kind of seeing somebody. And of course, have not heard from him since. And it was really funny because I sent it on to like friends of mine that I'm in a group chat with, one of whom is Rebecca JU, reporting for Beauty Duty, and her response back was just like a clip from a song, being like, something like you're too late or something, and just her kind of going, these are my feelings on it. And I was like, my God, I love you. I love you so much. I really do. Very lucky to have the girls that I'm friends with. I am going to do a bit more of a cut crease. I'll do that off camera. We'll find something else to chat about, because my life is always a little bit disastrous. Can I be real with you guys? I am not really sure how this next part is going to go. It could all go rather disastrously, but look, we'll go into it with like positivity and generalness. I'm just taking this Morphe brush. It came with a set, as is always the case, and I am going to actually take two colours and smack them together, because you know what? I can do what I want. I'm going to take lilac and pearl and smack them together. Just make them be together, you know? Like a really weird arranged marriage. You know? Actually, that's how my grandparents got together. It was an arranged marriage. I'm just going to pop that there. Might be too light for there, but sure, look, whatever, it could be worse. I can hear all the birds outside. I'm just kind of hoping for the best. I kind of don't know how I feel about that colour, but sure, look. I'm trying to dig in a bit more to the lilac and pop that on top, because I don't want too light a colour either. I've seen some beautiful looks with this palette. And I love how I was like, I'm not getting this, ma. And of course, what did I do? I ended up getting it, because I'm an idiot. Oh well, it's not the worst thing I've done. Definitely not the worst thing I've done. Don't know what the worst thing I've done actually is. Probably not something I would ever admit to on video, but there you go. I think it's just like I wanted a more vibrant pink. That's my own fault for like not picking the correct pink. Like, sorry Teresa, it's only as good as like what you choose. It's your own fault. I'm taking this AliExpress brush now. Look, there's a reason as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, okay? And I'm going to go into Pink Lily. Apparently while I let like everything around me fall down, I can do what I want. It's my house. And I'm just gonna put that there. See, it's too close to the pigment and colour. Which kind of bugs me. Yeah, it's way too close to that in pigment. So I might actually mix it with Rose Pink, which is next to it. That one, and I'll pop that on top, I think. I don't know. Oh no. That did not solve anything, Teresa. That only makes it even more similar. You are not very bright. Is true, is true. I might go into Starlight. Look, let's make it up as we go along, lads. Let's make it up as we go along. Swish with confidence. With confidence, I tell. Oh my god, I'm actually just making it look more and more like the pigment. Like, that's actually, like, how did I do that? Okay, I'm going to go into Bloom, which is a sort of a red. I'll pop that on top. It's like, well done, Teresa. You chose a pigment that is pretty much exactly the colour of a lot of the things that's in your palette. Ah ha 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 ha. I shouldn't be allowed to do things. This is very frustrating for me. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should have like used a totally different pigment, but I really like the look of that pigment. Oh, I don't know. I do not know. Whatever, it'll do. It'll do. It's only makeup, it washes off. Apparently. God, I really hope so, otherwise I'm in trouble. Actually, what I might do, while I'm thinking of it, is I have this kind of, I don't know, an LA splash. What do they call it? Doesn't say. It's in the shade Doxy. It's like a glitter liner type thing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll go in with confidence. And I'll just pop it. That will surely help. Yeah, okay, that does. Feel a bit better about my life choices now. I have a glitter in it. So, all as well. Yeah, that's better. Differentiates it now. Okay, we don't have to panic anymore, people. Everything's fine. See, the thing is, like, obviously you will already know because this is, that video is already up. I'm doing a releases and rants with Tia, who's ridiculously talented, and Elena, who obviously annoyingly talented. And we're all doing Pink and Gems. And I'm like, it's like putting a 4-year-old up against like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. It's not fair, lads. Like, give me an equal playing field at the very least. Like, just give me a relatively well-trained chimp. Like, you know, then I think we're on a more equal playing field. Where did I put the pigment? Lads, why are you letting me like lose things? That's not very helpful. You're like such bad friends. It's right there. So I'm gonna chunk out a load more because I plan to do some. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's such a poor choice because it's so close to what I already have. Oh well. Look, I don't know what I'm doing. I have it in my head that I'm going to do like a really elegant line, but I probably amn't, and this is all going to be horrible. Oh well. Could be worse. So I'm trying to, like, I'm really bad at these. I don't know how, like, Tia does such like beautiful clean lines, and then I'm just like, oh no. I'm just smacking things onto my face. This was like the worst pigment as well to use for this. Not as in like bad quality, it's very good quality, but like it was not the correct colour choice for this. Like, Teresa, you're an actual idiot. You shouldn't be allowed to do things. Stop doing things. Like, look at that, it just fades in with the rest of it. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I'm not very bright. Somebody needs to like take my makeup away from me and be like, you can't have this again until you start making better decisions. So stupid. Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Maybe like once I go over it with that shade Doxy, it might help. But I'm annoyed with myself. I think it had the potential to be something quite interesting. And then I totally effed it up by choosing the wrong shades. You absolute fool. You fool, you fool, you silly old fool. Anyways, whatever. First world problems, like it's just makeup. That's what I have to remind myself. This might make it look a little bit better. Poppy there. Glitter. You are the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. Every time I use glitter now, I just think of Maria from Mindset and Mascara. She's Exhale Negativity on Instagram. And I've never met somebody who loves glitter in the way that she does. It's such a pure love. Like in the way that I love, cats. She's just like, yeah, glitter. And I'm like, you go girl, you get yourself some glitter. Because she's been like really enjoying Dear Katie Brown. I think she even said she's going to send me some, which I'm like, oh my god, why are you so nice? So I need to find like some nice Irish things to send her. Just like, not that we do like a lot of makeup or whatever. Like I sent her on some like collection crystal stuff. So I was like, that'll do. That'll do. Now I want to get her something else. But I don't know what. So, yeah, Maria, you're probably watching this. Is there anything in particular you want from Ireland? I can get it for you. I'm well connected in that I am Irish and we can get Irish things here. That makes it look a little bit less offensive. Still rubbish, but like not as bad. I'm just taking more of the glitter to try and, cover up my SH1T show. And once I've done that, then I can start looking towards putting gems on. I know, lads, I know. Now, the thing is, I'm only going to do them on one eye, as in on camera, because you don't need to see me struggling with gems for like 30 minutes. So, yeah, I think that's fair. So I'll do one eye with you guys. And you can just be like, how has she got a degree? And the question is, I'm not really sure. Thankfully, it wasn't in putting gems on your face. That would be a really weird and specific degree. Although, there are some really odd and weird specific degrees. Like, I remember when I was doing my leaving cert, so it's sort of like your final high school exams, and they kind of determine like what sort of college you go to and what course you can do. But I remember we were all filling out like forms to kind of indicate where we wanted to go and the courses that we wanted to do. And I remember seeing that there was like a jam making course somewhere, and a load of people put it down because they were like, meh, if I don't get to go to college, at least I'll get to make some jam. I'm like, okay, that's very strange. There's also like a basket making course. Seems so strange and so like weirdly specific. I'm so annoyed with how this has turned out. Like, it's so rubbish. Oh well. Still alive. I can't complain too much. Unless somebody steals my kidneys, in which case I'm in more trouble than I thought. I mean, Cece has been needing me an awful lot. I assume it's just to check my internal organs for viability. I clearly just can't be left to my own devices. I have these nice ones that I got from, Amazonia. They have all these like different gauges, and I use this like little wax pencil-y thing because it's perfection for doing that. And I got to take the really small gem because apparently I'm dicing with death. Or gems, Should I have opened the tube of glue beforehand? Probably. Will I learn from my mistakes? Probably not. Oh, my hand has gone all shaky now, you can tell. The nerves have set in. I'm worse than like a young boy on his first go at a woman. That sounds very wrong. I'm keeping it in. My videos are not made for children. Let me remind you of that. And there you go. It's there. This is as good as it gets. It's all downhill from here. Ah, no, I put on too much glue. Hello, glue. That actually looks really quite nice. It like reminds me of like a conversation that we had in Elena's live at one point, and it was like, everything can be fixed with gems. Having relationship problems? Gems. Chronic back pain? Gems. I was like, yeah, that seems about right. I've definitely put on too much glue. That is my own fault. Oh well. It's alright. No, it's not alright. No! It's all coming apart, Teresa. It was all going so well, but you got too cocksure of yourself. Oh well. Ah, there we go. Oh dear. Come back, Jem. Come back. See, I pour out too much glue. That's my own fault. There we go. Or did I just pop that onto the top of the gem? I did, yeah. Not onto the back of the gem, Teresa. Back of the gem. God. Elena, come here and help me. This is too finicky. It was all going so well, and then I just got too cocky, didn't I? Okay, no, you stay there. Go on, Teresa. Why are you poking at it? Okay. It's kind of semi-working. We're kind of semi-getting somewhere. Oh my god, how many gems am I gonna put on? I'm gonna put like 5 there and like 3 out here. Oh god, what am I doing, Teresa? This is stupid. Stop doing this. Why are you still reaching in here? Why is nobody coming and taking care of me and being like, Teresa, you're gluing things to your face. Is everything all right? No, it's not. I'm clearly having some sort of a breakdown. Oh my god. No, come back. Where are you going? No, I want you to go here. Oh my god, this is worse than like a 4-year-old child. Or like a sheep. You're trying to get them to go somewhere and they're just refusing. Come on now, come on. I'm a busy woman. I don't have time for your tomfoolery. I knew if I just talked to it, it would eventually calm itself down. I'll probably put a bit more glitter on top of that just to, I don't know, make it like look a little bit less SH1T, you know? There, I'll put it on now while I have it in my head. There. Fix that. Fix it. Now I'll put one more of these little ones. Like, I'm already sickened with this. Like, I love the idea of doing it, and then the reality is it's so painstakingly, I don't want to say boring, because it isn't, like, but it's just finicky. There we go. Hello, glue. Hello, glue, my old friend. Oh god, no. No! Come back. Oh, God's sake, glue. Stop trying to steal all of the gems. Oh no, it's gone under my nail. Oh no, what do I do? Oh no, come back. I'm very aware that I have a cat just sleeping downstairs who's probably like hearing me making all of these sounds of like confusion and like asking for help. And she's just like, I don't care. I don't care. I should really get a dog. Like, if I want someone to care about me unconditionally, I should get a dog. I kind of like the emotional abuse that I get from my cat. There. Oh my god. What? Whew. That was awful. Then there are like bigger gems here. So I'm going to take one of those. Yes, that is right. One of them. Here you go. Oh, it's huge, isn't it? And put a bit of glue on you. No. There we go, gem. See, it just keeps trying to run off with the gem. The glue, I mean. Or maybe the gem is trying to run off with glue. I don't know. I don't know. There. No. Come back. Stop it. No! You're not meant to slide off. Oh, you went onto my jumper. Interesting. Interesting choice of locale. Ugh, F you. F you and your family. There. That'll do. Oh man, what am I doing? I have 3 degrees. 3 degrees, and this is what I'm doing with my day. Well, evening technically. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. I'm gonna take kind of some smaller ones. What am I actually doing at this point with my life? I don't even know. How does like Missa do this? Like, because there's some looks that she has like put on like a frightening amount of gems. Like, I'd love to see the outtakes of that, of just her being like, because she can't be that calm doing it unless she's like a saint. Like, I have met her and she's lovely. Maybe she is just that calm as a person. She's actually quite calm. Me, I'm more of like a startled chicken, you know? Nothing I do makes sense. I'm not even going to remember the sort of gems that I used or the order that I put these on for the next eye. That's great. This is all going so well. Oh my god. This is such a pain. Oh my god, what am I doing? Help! Oh, thank Christ. Jesus, that was far more stressful than it needed to be. Okay, I'm going to F off, do the rest of the gems myself, and then I'm going to come back once I have the finished look, and we can all just move on with the rest of our lives, because this has been horrific. I will see you guys back in a bit. I'm back, and I only had about 5 emotional breakdowns along the way. Yeah, I didn't really want to do anything with my hair because I'm tired, and I stuck all of these on. They were meant to be bloody self-adhesive. Shush. They are not. I had to like manually stick all of them on. I was like, no, I said I'd do them, so I will do them. It was a bit of a pity that I couldn't get them on in a more whatever way. I am emotionally drained. I'm meant to film after this. The release is in France. I assumed that I was extra sassy. But yeah, this is the finished look. I'm going to zoom you into the eyes now. I mean, it is what it is. Let's be real, I didn't have the pink that I needed to kind of make this look work. I used the wrong sort of a pigment for it. Like, you can't really tell where the pigment was, but I think the glitter kind of helped it. And gems cover a multitude of sins. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. That's the whole video. Let me know what you guys think. I feel very weird, like an extra from an 80s music video. Take on me, take on me, take me on. Sorry, that's as much as I'll sing. Because then it changes key and it goes way too difficult for me. And I can't sing very well, but that's it. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, like, wrap it up. Just be responsible. But that is it. That is the end of the video. I'm going to go off. I look a little bit like some sort of a Vulcan. I don't mind it. I feel very powerful. Caw-caw! I don't know what's happening. That is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.